day today. Wind has been really crazy. It just settled down a little bit now. Maybe enough to let me get this thing set up. Got her together. Only had a couple little tiny issues, really. One thing here, I was one of the gentlemen out there, one of my viewers, mentioned that the ding was supposed to be there, that this plug was supposed to be in there. I did find it in the box. There was a little damage around there. It must have gotten hit and knocked out of there, but I popped it back in. It doesn't look too bad. I can live with that. Everything else went together really pretty well. Excuse me. The only issue I had was back here with the with this little light here that goes on the back. It's a little cap that goes on after you get the tail assembly. Well, it's supposed to fish through this little channel here and then go up through here and pop out. But the wire was about 10 millimeters short. That's about as thick as my pinky. So I had to run it up this way and then through this channel and kind of wedge it in the side and get up there. I had put the tape over here because I thought it was long enough, and ended up taking a little bit of paint off there. I touched it up. It doesn't look too bad. I can live with that too. And used the tape up here to put the wire so it would do its thing. So other than that, everything else is pretty straightforward on it. I'm impressed with the build. I'm impressed with the quality, the way they set everything in here, and the nice hex screws. Everything lines up. Everything is nice and tight. No wiggle room at all. I neglected to mention in the build and in the unboxing the enormous amount of room you've got in here to put about anything you want in there. Get right at your servos if you need to make any adjustments or any of that. Pops down securely. And of course, the biggest thing I didn't even notice right off the bat was the front battery hatch. It blends so nicely you almost don't even see it. It fits beautifully, but again, huge, guys. Just enormous. I mean, you can put your whole arm and stuff in here. So any equipment, any size battery, anything else, anything you want to put in here, sound or lights or you name it, all the above. You've got enough room to put everything in here. You can put a vector system in this for those of you out there that want to fly an FPV of this size. Probably be pretty neat. Anyway, what I was going to go through here, guys, was I haven't done anything yet except set up a blank channel on my radio, and I'm going to go through the bind procedure because this is a little bit different than your traditional binding process. You know, in your binding process, you stick the plug in, you bind it, you turn everything on, you know, your radio is already on, and then after the bind, you pull the plug with the radio on. In this case, what we're going to do, so we get the safe select. Now, guys out there, I had a couple people make mention that they were having a problem with timber. Did it only have one mode? And I said, no, it's got the safe select, but you have to bind it different. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to bind it the way it's supposed to be bound for the timber. Basically safe select, okay, but the timber and this model have the same programming. Interesting thing, guys, is that the AS3X receivers that come with these planes already have the programming in them for the safe select. It depends on the binding procedure. So even if a plane comes with this and it doesn't offer the safe select, chances are if you've got the programming module or cable that you can hook up to it so you can set gains, you'd be able to use that in any airplane. So I'll get this going here. We're going to put the bind plug in first. Okay, so bind plug in first. And we power up. And instead of turning the radio on, we leave the radio off. We want to put it into bind mode. I'm going to make sure my switch is on up here. Okay. And now, once it's set like this, now I'm going to actually bind it to the radio. And then I'll show you how to assign a switch for the safe select so you can turn it on or off. So we're going to go ahead and bind it.
Warning, throttle high, binding. Bind failed.
Oh, of course it did, I'm too close. Let's try that again.
failed.
Okay. One more try here, guys. Turn radio off. Okay, I'm glad I did this because I already messed up. Bind plug in, battery juiced up, okay, puts the receiver in binding mode, okay. At this point, leave everything plugged in, but unplug your bind plug, okay. Unplug it, and then bind your radio. Let me step back from this a little bit so we don't have a same issue here.
Binding. DSMX 22 milliseconds. Telemetry. Bind complete.
Okay, now you'll notice I'm going to have to reverse a couple of things because that rear elevator probably should have gone the other way. Well, maybe not. We'll have to see. Anyway, it looks like controls are fine. The flaps, I guess I'm going to have to figure out the switch and stuff on that. What I'm going to do to assign a switch on this now is what you have to do is you put both sticks down towards the middle, kind of like it was a DJI. Both sticks down to the middle. Pick an open channel switch. In this case, I'm going to use the same switch I use for my timber. And you're going to want to cycle it back and forth 5 times. On, off is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll assign that switch for you. So while you're holding it, in fact, I'm going to have to do it like this. Okay. The control surface is moved. Now once you figure that or get to that 5th click, cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's set, and you'll see your control surfaces move twice, and then you know your safe select is on. Now I should be able to cycle this switch and watch the rear elevator. Okay, so that tells you that the safe select is on, and then the rest is looking pretty good. So it's going to be plenty powerful. Now the other thing I'm going to want to do right off the bat, guys, is I'll set my throttle kill and make it safe. Okay? Guys, I hope you enjoyed the build on this. It's a really cool plane. I can't wait to get it in the air. I don't trust it today. It's just getting, clouds are really whipping around up there, and we had 20, 30 mile an hour and gusting all day today, so maybe tonight we'll try it. In the meantime, I haven't got any throws or anything or dual rates set, so we're going to do all that, but we've got all the other stuff going here. Rudder and front steering. And the lights. Everything's pretty cool. I'll have to get this thing out in the nighttime for you guys to see it. Thanks for watching. Remember, you guys can get this at Power Hobby, powerhobby.com. They've got them in stock. Everybody else seems to be running out of them, but they've still got them. So as long as quantities last. Plus, they price match, guys. Okay, give them a shot.